is trying to mess with me, try to get in my head. But they don't understand, though. You can't mess with the master. You can't mess with the master.
Europe for 3 years. And here's Ron Harper, wild with the three-point attempt, but Rodman with another offensive rebound. He has 3 boards so far. Harper throws up an air ball. He is way off in the early going as Ron Harper. Hardaway leaves it for Danilovic. Open in the corner. Morning. He threw up an air ball, but Thomas is fouled and goes right at her, Rodman. We may expect some of this tonight.
Yeah, well, you see, Thomas is a bull. He is a quality defensive player. Pat Riley said one of the best in the league at power forward. And he has the size and strength and quickness that he's not going to take any guff off for Rodman. Give Rodman his due. Rodman has already picked up 2 offensive rebounds in this game, and it's probably itching at Thomas.
Now, when these teams played in the playoffs last year, Alonzo Mourning was thrown out of the game, ejected in game 1, then fouled out in game 2. So there's some bad blood between these 2 teams, and the Heat claimed that the Bulls laughed in their faces when they swept them last year.
Yeah, and all of the players were quoted this week in the Miami papers saying that they didn't mind losing, but during the course of the game, the talking was there, and they should have been hit with technical fouls. They were not. The league stepped back. So they all, really have a little chip on their shoulder. Keep an eye right down there, right in the middle, right there. You're going to see Rodman. There they are right there. There's a grab from behind, and then Rodman comes with the elbow, and you can definitely see why Thomas went right in his face.
Double technical foul called against both Dennis Rodman and Kurt Thomas. Thomas hits the free throw to give the Heat their first lead of the game.
Now let me ask you a question. You're Thomas right now. Rodman gives you a shot.
Can I answer this question?
Are you going to stand and not come in his face? No, he didn't hit him. He didn't hit him. So why is he getting a double technical?
Because they always catch the second guy.
Yeah, but he didn't do anything. You see, he got in Rodman's face. So to me, right now,
maybe if they're sending a message.
Yeah, of course.
Tonight. Kukoc, offensive foul. He used the elbow, so Tony Kukoc picking up his second foul, and the Heat down by 9.
Take your time, get back and play some defense.
Pippen misses a 3, and Alonzo Mourning, the rebound, there's his 13th.
This is another collision right here. Rodman and Thomas have now had 3 collisions in this game, 2 in the last 2 minutes. Now, somebody's got to be careful. Keep an eye on this right now. See, right there, Thomas grabs him by the shirt. Rodman steps in front of him. Now, who needs an unnecessary injury? And pretty soon one of these 2 guys is going to get hurt. Because that's the 3rd time they've tumbled and fallen into the hardwood.
Danilovic goes out with 4 fouls, and number 21, Bashan Leonard, in his second year from Minnesota, replaces him. Makes a great pass as Harper fouls Mourning going to the basket, and Rodman has to calm down Zoe. Has to calm down Zoe here. Very well down this way. Jordan with a jumper. Ooh, a foul is called.
Rodman just took a hard spell. He really did. You could hear the echo.
Kurt Thomas with his second personal foul. Rodman is sporting a red and black hairdo, colors of the team.
Now keep an eye down inside now to the left of the screen. You're going to see it right here. Rodman came over the back of Thomas, and Thomas also aided him in hitting the floor.
And let's see, Thomas and Rodman collide. Let's see Luke Longley again. That's got to be a picture book play for the
in the NBA. Here's Kukoc again. That's the 6th.
And a double foul. Kurt Thomas and Dennis Rodman will be called here. Score the hoop. Steve Kerr gets up off the bench for the Bulls. Now Ronnie Harper will come out. So Harper
Thomas and Rodman really battling each other.
Both of them get called a double foul. What is that?
Dennis is on the floor, and we pick up a tee. Pat Riley has picked up a technical foul.
To try to get him there, he just comes down and takes Dennis and gives him a shove. Now Dennis comes back, and that's what they call the double.
Well, I don't see that Dennis did much. I'll be honest with you.
It just looked like the young kid wanted to take his space down there.
Kurt Thomas, Dennis Rodman, they're going at it. Rodman is pretty much Switzerland here. He's totally neutral, not really doing anything wrong, but he's dragged down by Thomas. Kind of a hockey fight deal, pull the shirt over the head. Rick Fox gets a tee for the shove. Thomas thrown out.
Against Shaq. The rebound to Fisher. And Tony Brothers blows his whistle. Is there a technical coming up, or is it just a foul on the play?
I think it's going to be a double foul between Kurt Thomas and Rodman. They got locked up here underneath the basket.
That's what it is, double foul.
See, Kurt Thomas will go at Rodman. You see them battling each other there, and then both of them get their arms up, and you can see him stop it rather quickly.
It's Ewing from 20 feet. The follow is there for Sprewell. Meanwhile, an altercation develops. Kurt Thomas and Dennis Rodman, and Thomas pulls Rodman down. And Rodman gives every indication that he has no interest in fighting here.
And you said, Bob, you called it right there. Rodman wanted no part of that. He didn't want to fight. He understood. And Thomas really was the aggressor there. We'll see what happens here when they sort through this.
Flagrant foul on Kurt Thomas. Technical foul on Rick Fox of the Lakers.
Remember I said, Bob, early that, Kurt Thomas is a volatile player. He looks to do that. So they really, the play before, they stopped it real quickly and gave them double fouls, he and Rodman, then he fouls it.
And here's Kukoc. Rebound Rodman. Finding Kukoc. Another assist. And another field goal. Dennis Rodman with 17 rebounds.
Dennis Rodman to keep him off the glass. That has been a killer, along with the horrible three-point shooting for Detroit.
And here's Hill from way downtown. Oh, look out. Hill again hitting the floor. He and Rodman involved in a collision. And last touched by Rodman. The Pistons now 2 of 16 from three-point range.
Now once again, Dennis Rodman doing his damage around the glass. Just a little shove to get Terry Mills out of there, as Mills did not make enough contact. But Dennis Rodman is just so active around the glass, always moving, always banging around, and that time no chance at all of getting the rebound, but make sure he took the body of Grant Hill out.
And that captures Dennis. That is his personal Christmas card. Happy holidays, it says, from Dennis Rodman.
I should say the Detroit coaches telling their players, Grant Long, Otis Thorpe, anytime that's your matchup, you must make contact with him. Don't worry about getting a rebound, as Doug Collins giving Grant Hill a well-deserved pat on the back, but Grant Hill will not be happy with this game.
Still, the Bulls were up by 10 at the half. Then it got a little ugly here. Scramble for a loose ball. Hill, Dennis Rodman. Rodman kind of flings him to the floor. Look at Hill get up and do some shoving there. Hey, got to make a statement, I guess. But Rodman is going to have the last laugh after a double technical on that play. He's guarding Hill here and a little short. Grant on that jumper. But wait, Dennis isn't finished with the mind games. He comes back, Dennis Rodman for three. And that's how it's done. He knocks down the three ball. And the Bulls are a winner 103-88. They have beaten Detroit now in 19 straight games over 4 seasons. CNN SI's Laura Oakman has more on this one from Chicago.
The Chicago Bulls and the Detroit Pistons may be the two winningest teams in the Eastern Conference Central Division, but the disparity rivalry between the two clubs is immense, considering Chicago has now beat Detroit their last 19 meetings. The last time Detroit beat Chicago, you'd have to go back to March of '93 when Grant Hill was a junior at Duke.
We haven't beaten them in a long time, so we can't hang our heads low. We just got to keep our heads up. We fought hard. We got down the first quarter, and we got to bounce back.
Pippen can hit the stick back. And Dennis Rodman throws Grant Hill down, and Grant is in the worm's back. They need to take a look at that.
Well, you called it, partner. I mean, there was no doubt about it. You throw a player down, we're going to look at it. You be the judge right here. They get tied up. Good call on the jump ball, but watch the end of it. Right there. And Grant's not going to have any part of it. Ouch.
Dennis Rodman from the corner. Triples. 95-72.
Well, he's allowed to.
Right now they're trailing 95-72 after Dennis Rodman's triple.
Hunter has Pippen. Fade away, too strong. Grant Hill, good position, and Rodman's going to get called for the foul. And technical. And now Grant Hill imitates the Rodman stride.
Yes, he does.
You think that wasn't deliberate? He prances down court.
And he likes it.
Yep.
This is a pretty fun game because what's interesting, Detroit is using Chicago warfare on Chicago. They're being more physical. They're being more aggressive.
Watch Grant Hill.
Look at the run. Pretty good.
Grant Hill gets style points for that one, and then he takes time for time. To chat with some of the fans.
And here comes Scottie Pippen with the Bulls trailing by 2. Jordan on the feed. How pretty was that? Pippen to Jordan. 2 MVP candidates, and now Rodman going at it underneath with Frank Brickowski. And see if a double foul has been called. We'll wait. Technical foul on Brickowski. Remember, we told you in their first meeting, Brickowski throwing bodies all over the court in Seattle.
Here's Pippen taking it end-in, gets it to Jordan, who scores it. Brickowski goes to take the ball out.
I didn't see anything after that layup with Rodman and Brickowski, but something must have happened as Jordan hits the tee.
Good example. Brickowski kind of elbows him up, and he kind of pulls him into him right there. So Dennis leans into him. Dennis knows not to raise his fist or anything, and he gets the technical.
Brickowski says, "You're a blonde. How can I become a blonde?" Give me your secret.
Let's dance.
24-23.
NBA Finals, please. Kemp sitting down now. Brickowski has come on and a foul.
Well, there, Brickowski and Rodman.
Rodman with the tip. And the Sonics now lead 57-41. Mathis on the scene as Rodman and Brickowski came together. And Mathis and Crawford will talk it over.
Rodman tips the ball in, and Brickowski right there. That is a technical foul. Uncalled for by a skilled and good player, Frank Brickowski.
Well, you saw the first elbow by Dennis Rodman.
They were quiet earlier, but Brickowski and Rodman getting involved.
Well, Dennis puts his chin and face right under the forearm of Brickowski, and Brickowski...
They go through him or over him. That won't work. And Joe Crawford says, stay right here, and Dennis Rodman could be losing it. Now he's applauding the call. Rodman was about to get involved and then walked away.
Joe Crawford is going to call a flagrant foul here on Frank Brickowski.
So Dennis Rodman, who has had his ups and downs at the line, is able to hit the first for his first point of the night.
Brickowski looking to box out, looking to keep Rodman off, but just move.
Now Judd Bushler replaces Dennis Rodman. The conversation continues. And a technical has been called on Brickowski. And he's been called a double technical on Frank Brickowski. Apparently Joe Crawford feels that the intent of Brickowski was to instigate something against Rodman. Brickowski now walking in the direction of a couple of bulls, and he's joined by a security man and is ushered back to the locker room.
And they got a couple of parting who sometimes gets too caught up in the physical aspect of the game, but he has a flagrant foul and then two technically. Now Chicago with a chance to open it up a bit here.
Well, as you said earlier, Bill, I don't think there's any question that Brickowski was trying to get that second technical.
Here, Dennis Rodman and Brickowski getting all tangled up. And Dennis with a flop there, just taking a little bump from Brickowski.
As a professional. And Jordan fouled by Hawkins. And Rodman and Brickowski getting involved.
And Phil Jackson at the other end of the floor taking a very long look and now whistling to his team out there. He does not want Dennis to do anything that is not going to have him ready for a game 4. You just have your heart in your throat at all times when they get tangled up. And see, Dennis initiates all that by getting his arms tangled up underneath the other player.
A 22-point lead. But these are certainly two of the freest spirits in the NBA. We don't need any sort of altercation here that would take away from this beautiful exhibition of basketball today by the Chicago Bulls.
Now, would this be considered taunting?
I was just going to say, why is that not taunting? Just a look and almost baiting Frank Brickowski to do something. Dennis has to settle down, play basketball, go play golf with Michael Jordan tomorrow and get ready for game 4.
Out of 4. Jordan. And Rodman and Brickowski get involved. It looks like Pavetta has given the ejection sign. This has been brewing the last couple of minutes. I think he's thrown both out of the game. Brickowski ejected, flagrant foul 2.
Well, this has been brewing ever since these two have gotten on the floor.
What were you saying to all of the Sonics? You had almost a verbal confrontation with everybody on the team, particularly Brickowski.
I love that. I love getting in people's head, and George Carr tried to get in my head. He's a great coach, but he got to understand something. He don't have the guys on the bench that's mentally tough enough to handle what I got to say and do out there. So you better prepare yourself and study for the next 72 hours. But I just think that, Seattle have totally got out their rhythm, out their game, because all they're doing now is trying to mess with me, try to get in my head. But they don't understand, though. You can't mess with the master. You can't mess with the master.
Well, there was an awful lot of talk going on between you and Sean Kemp and Gary Payton. What exactly was being said and going on in Brickowski as well?
I think George Carr just basically bring Brickowski in and try to mess with me. But you got to understand something. It's the difference between trying to come out there and play basketball and be physical and doing your job. And they're not doing that right now. All they're trying to do is trying to be physical. That's not their game.
Brickowski got a piece of Rodman.
at him right in a wedding dress. They cut off, and there's Brickowski being double teamed. And Brickowski saying somebody got to get them after the fake.
Celtics just 6 points here in the third quarter.
It's amazing. It is amazing.
Michael Jordan was going to make sure.
Well, here you're going to see the fight underneath, and Brickowski makes the turn.